Hi, my name is PK Gulati. I'm the founder of The Assembly. If you're here, you're probably watching an assembly workshop. We do these workshops every week, and these are prepared by the assembly team in Dubai. These workshops cover ideas from data sciences, hardware design, automation, robotics, drones, and all the other exponential technologies that you can think about. The idea is for us to learn more than what curriculum teaches us. And we are trying to bring people to start working with their own hands with these technologies which have the capacity of changing the world. So welcome to this workshop and learn more about new wonders, what you can build.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's workshop. Today's workshop is called 3D Print Your Own Voice. So in this workshop, we will be making a 3D model out of a sound wave which we get from our own voice. And then we use a 3D printer and we print it into a physical form. So yeah, let's dive into it. Firstly, I just want to talk a little bit about the assembly. The Assembly is a smart lab based in N5 since December 2014. Since then, over 250 free workshops have been done. We have three kinds of workshops. The first one is Hack, which is related to embedded systems, IoT, and hardware. The second one is Code, which is software related, which is APIs, frameworks, and apps. The third one is Data Science, which relates to topics in AI and machine learning. So this workshop is Hack because it's related to hardware. So our target audience consists of students, professionals, and entrepreneurs. And to be honest, anybody who would like to learn more about technology. And we focus on smart technology and its practical applications. We have our forum on members.theassembly.ae. So we are very active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can check out our pages on social media there. Okay, so getting on to the workshop itself. So we need two kinds of things, hardware and software for this workshop. For the hardware, we need a 3D printer. That's essential to print the 3D model that we'll be making. And the software, we need two softwares for this. The main one that we need is Autodesk Fusion 360. This one will be used to sketch out the image and basically just to make the 3D model, which will then be taken to Ultimaker Cura. Now Ultimaker Cura will be used to slice the model in order to make the format usable by the 3D printer. So I'll be explaining this again through the steps. So there are 4 steps to this workshop essentially. The first step is to record the voice note. So basically, to print our own voice, we need to record a voice note, and we can do this on Mac. We can do it on Voice Memos application, or on Android and Windows as well. You have some options. So after you record it, you have to then take a screenshot of the sound wave or the waveform, and then use Fusion 360, make a 3D model out of it, out of the image. Then use Cura to slice it, and then finally put it in an SD card and then print it on the 3D printer. So that's the basic summary of the steps. Let's go step by step. The first one, the sound wave. So these are some screenshots of the sound wave that I had recorded on voice memos, and I'll be showing it to you again, how to do it. Basically, I spoke a few words. I said happy birthday in one of them, and in another one of them I said hi. So after that, I took a screenshot of it, and these are the screenshots. Then next one is to make the 3D model. This is a screenshot of Fusion 360, and in the first one I had just added the image, the screenshot, and then the next step in this, the next sub step would be to trace out the image. So as you can see in the right image, I have traced it out with rectangles, and then the next step would be to extrude it, which I will then show you. After that would be slicing using Cura. So the 3D printer that we have is the Creality Endo 3 Pro, and for that we need a G code format. So for doing that, we need to use Cura to convert the 3D model. The 3D model is in the STL format. We need to convert that into G code format, which is readable by the 3D printer. So for that, we have used Cura, and I will be showing this to you as well, how to do it. The next step is, of course, printing. So here are some examples of 3D printing being used in the industry. The first one is actually a 3D printed cheese, because you can also 3D print food nowadays, and that technology is being developed slowly. The second one is 3D printing a sculpture. So all this is very cool, and we'll be doing a smaller version of this in our lab. So let's get ready for our workshop. Let's start with the first step, which is recording your voice. So I've opened the voice memos application, and I'm going to record something. So I'm thinking of recording happy birthday, which could be used as a gift for someone or as a memento. So here we go. Happy birthday. So here we have a voice, like a sound wave. We have a sound wave here, and I'm just going to zoom it in a little bit, and then take a screenshot. So we have a screenshot of the voice, which we will make a 3D model with. So I'm going to open the Fusion 360. First, let's check out the different versions available for Fusion 360 and then download that. So download Fusion 360, and here we go. So there are two versions. One is a personal hobby use, and another one is a commercial one. So the personal one has limited options, and they're enough for the reasons that we're going to use them for today. But for more commercial versions, we have, apart from the basic modeling, we have fully featured CAM, CAE, and PCB development platform. So it's like for huge commercial use, but this one, the personal use, we can download it right now for free. So I will click here on Get Started, and I have already logged into Autodesk actually, but if you haven't yet, so you'll have to log in first to get the free version, and to download and install, then I will click on this, and it will start automatically. So yeah, after that I just have to install it and all of that, which I've already done. So that was the downloading process, and then let's open it. Now this is an empty project, and I'll show you from start to finish how to model your image. So firstly, let's see here, there are different options available for solid, for surface, for sheet metal, and then there are tools. So feel free to explore these. But for now, I'll start off with the main stuff, which is first creating a sketch. So a sketch is basically just initial, like a starting point. So I'm going to click on this, and here we have this 3D plane sort of thing. So the 3D world has X, Y, and Z axis, and there are also three faces, or not faces, but three directions. So I'm going to select this plane, which is the X, Y axis. And as I click this, the sketch palette opens up. So this will be needing later. Before that, we need to insert an image of the screenshot of the voice. So I click on insert here, go to canvas, insert a canvas, and insert an image from my computer and select this screenshot which we just took. Open it up, select the bottom face, and as you can see, we have image, we have our screenshot right here. So the way that we can change the orientation is by using this side one, this cube on the right. We can also um, click on top or click on these orientations, click on these ones, or we can manually move them like this. I'm going to select top and then change the direction to this so that we can sketch it out. But yeah, this is the main basic stuff. Um, so yeah, now what we want to do is sketch this out, as in I'm going to use a 2 point rectangle here. But let's see what other options are available under sketch. There's a line available, so I can draw a line like this. And then there's a 2 point rectangle which I can draw like this. So this one is what we're going to use to trace out the sound wave rectangles. Then there's a center diameter circle, which is a circle. A fit point spline, which will be like a curved line. So you connect 2 points, and then when you click on another point, it becomes an arc. When you click on another point, it becomes another arc, and so on. So that's this thing. And then there are others which you can explore. Feel free to explore. Um, but yeah, these are the options available. So let's go to 2 point rectangle and start sketching it out. So basically, in this, you just have to select the top left corner and then go down and select the bottom right one. So that's the reason why they call it a 2 point rectangle. And I think there are other options for the rectangle that are available, but this is what we need right now. So this is going to take some time to sketch out because there are so many rectangles needed. So yeah. So when I feel that the first point that I selected was not correct, I click on the escape key and that deselects the initial point, and then I go back here, take another 2 point rectangle and then sketch that. So the thing with this voice or this waveform is that I said happy birthday, and in my voice, the waveform would look completely different from the waveform that somebody else has. So each person has their unique voice, and that's what reflects in this. And that's why it would make for a very personalized gift. So instead of saying happy birthday, you could say something that is very personal to you. And it would not only make for a great gift, but it would also um, be something that you could place in your house. You could make like a big 3D print, or you could even use this, make modifications to it, and you could use it for your jewelry. You could make personalized jewelry out of this. So sometimes, for example, what's happening right now is that it's making me align with the previous rectangle. So I'm just going to ignore that one for a while and get on to the next one, and then go back to it and see if it makes a difference to this one. Yes, it made a little bit of a difference because, okay, no, it didn't. But yeah, I guess I'll just continue with the way that it is right now. Um, so yeah, a lot of rectangles need to be made. So bear with me for a few minutes. So actually, 3D printing is a pretty interesting thing because you can not only use this for basic designing stuff, but you could also do small scale manufacturing on it. Of course, you'll need a bigger 3D printer if you need to make bigger sized stuff. But it's pretty good for prototyping. It's pretty good for like people who have this urge to make new things, to design new things, and people who want to keep tinkering and experimenting. So, okay, promise just a few minutes, just a minute actually. I'm just going to be done with this. Okay, so the sketch has been finished, and I can actually this one is the visibility option, so I can actually hide the image at the back, and you can see that we have these rectangles. And actually I need one more rectangle to go in the center, so we need something to connect all the rectangles together. um, so I can place something like this here. Yeah, this should work. So yeah, I have this last rectangle as well, and I have a sketch now. The last thing I need to do on Fusion 360 is to extrude it. Basically, the 2D image will be extruded to make it 3D, to give it a height so that it can be classified as a 3D model. So I need to select all of these here, selected, and right click, extrude. So I have 133 profiles selected here, and I need to give it a distance. I'm just going to say 2 mm for now. The height and width and stuff can be adjusted later in the final printing, in the slicing process. But for now, I'll just put it as 2 mm and then click on OK. So now we have this thing. Let's zoom in and see. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a proper 3D model. Um, it has a height, width, and length. It looks like our voice. It looks like a sound wave. And we're done with the 3D modeling. So the last part would be to export this. So we can go to File and click on Export. And I'll call it Voice Model. And the type would be STL file. I'll save it on the desktop and okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, I need to save the design first. So I'll save it as voice model in admin projects, save, and then I can export it. So it'll save it as voice model v0, which is version 0. Save it as an STL file, and I'll save it on the desktop itself and export. So this might take a while to export. So let's wait for that. And until then, we can also go to Cura, download Cura, and then open it up while this exports. So let's go search for Cura. So it's Ultimaker Cura. It's a 3D printing software. It can be used to prepare prints, integrate with CAD software, and there are some custom settings available. And in this one as well, we have a free version and an enterprise edition, but we need the free version, so download for free. I have a Mac, so download on the Mac, and the DMG file will be downloaded. So I've opened up Cura here, and it shows me a 3D representation of my 3D printer. So the printer that I selected here is Creality Ender 3 Pro, because that's the printer that we have. And everything else I have kept it as default. There's nothing else I need. And I need to open the file, the 3D model. So voice model v0.stl is the file that we had exported, and I can zoom in here, drag it and zoom in again to see the model that we have. So there are two things we need to do here. First, select it and then change the size, because as you can see with respect to the 3D printer, the model looks very small. So that won't print at all because the nozzle is 0.4 mm, and we need something that can match that nozzle width. So here I'm going to say 400, and this can be like 200. So as you can see, the size has changed, and in relation to the 3D printer, it now looks much bigger. And these are the real dimensions, which is 54 millimeters, the length, this side, and 46 millimeter, the width, which is this, and 4 millimeter, that is zero point 0.4 centimeter, which is the height. So that's it for the size change. And the last thing is to change the build plate adhesion. What that means is, if you print this model the way it is, it may not print correctly because it's such a intricate pattern. So having a brim is like having a sort of support at the bottom, and there are other kinds of support. There's skirt and raft. Um, Actually, raft would be um, a better this thing support, and so that's it. So having a raft and then changing the size, and that's about it. So the last thing is to slice it. So here we have 49 minutes. So it says that the printer will take 49 minutes to print it, and um, the printed piece would be 8 grams and 2.64 meters. I'm not sure what 2.64 meters is. Oh, it's the 2.64 meters is the length of the material that we need. So the material generally comes as a lengthwise material. So it's coiled into a coil, and it's saying that it would need 2.64 meters of that material to print this model. Um, this was the preparation, and now the preview. So we can see how it will be printed when it's done. So this thing on the outside is what is the raft, which can be removed after it's printed, and the rest of it is the model. So when you preview it, you can view it with respect to each layer. So there are 24 layers here, and as you can see, this is the first layer, the second layer, the third layer, fourth layer, and so on. And even here in each layer, you can see how it's printed. So, I mean, if you make your model too small, which is what I did initially, I made the dimensions so small that the printer would not be able to print all the rectangles. So, what I did is I previewed it, and then I understood that this is the problem. Then I increased the size, and that's how I was able to print correctly. So, so yeah, that's about it. The last thing is saving to the file. It will be a G code file, as you can see, and this is the name. So I save it, and after saving it, that's it. I need to insert it into my SD card, and then take the SD card and insert it into the 3D printer, and allow it to print. So yeah, let me show you the 3D printing process next. So that was the 3D printing process, and that was the whole workshop. This is what I got. This is what I got as the output. And I've not removed the outer layer because it was looking good anyway. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the workshop. And if you do end up using some parts of this workshop in your work, then do let us know. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you for watching.